All right. Well, welcome to Team Forever Strong's Coach Basics training for the month of December. This is our very first call. So first, I wanted to start out by just saying congratulations on becoming a coach and welcome to our team. You guys are going to love this so much. I hope that you guys are just as addicted and become just as obsessed as I am, because it can be so life-changing for you guys if that's what you really want. So I want to start out just by introducing myself, telling you a little bit about myself, and whoops, I almost shared the screen here. Telling you a little bit about myself and how I got into this, and then I'm going to lay the foundation for your very first steps as a brand new coach so that you have success with this right out of the gate. And there's going to be 3 calls during this training, and they're going to be on Wednesday night. So our first one is obviously tonight, and then our next one's going to be December 13th and December 20th, and they're all going to be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if for some reason like you can't make it, I know a lot of people have sports with their kids and different time zones and all that stuff. I always record it, and then I always upload the recording into the Coach Basics page so you can catch it there. So no worries. All right, so I'm Kathy Reuter, and I've been doing this now for 3.5 years. And Team Forever Strong is a 2-time elite 10-star diamond team. We're a top 50 team out of 500,000 teams. We're friggin' crushing it. So you guys are totally in great hands. You're gonna have tons of support. You're going to love everything about it. And even though this is your own business, like I said, you don't need to worry about doing this alone. That's what's so cool about it. So it's your own business. You can make it into whatever you want it to be, but you have tons of support from myself, from your upline coach, from the team. It's crazy how much support you have, how many resources you guys have at your fingertips. It's absolutely amazing. I did not have any of this stuff really when I first became a coach. So you guys are definitely going to be styling. So let's see, I signed up on June 25th, 2014. So I've been doing this for about 3.5 years now. And this is my full-time career now. Before I got into this, before I was a coach, before I had children actually, I was an elementary school teacher for almost 10 years, had my master's degree in special education, went through all the testing, all the schooling, all that stuff. And then once I had kids, I decided that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And so for me, I never wanted to do anything else. And I know that that's not for everybody, and that's totally cool. But you always have to go with what's in your heart and what's right for you. And so for me, I knew that once I had kids, I was going to stop my teaching career and I was going to stay at home with them. So I had Landon, and Landon right now is 5 years old, and I actually have a daughter too who's going to be 4 on January 1st. So I had Landon, and I resigned from my teaching career, which was really nerve-wracking because I was earning a good amount of money after teaching for 10 years, right, with a master's degree. I was in a school system in a town where they were paying at least $10,000 more than all the other towns where my friends were teaching. And so giving up that income, it was really scary. And even though my husband has, he's a really great job, still, when you lose that, you definitely feel it. But we were willing to make sacrifices, and we knew that we weren't going to be going out to eat, and we knew that we weren't going to be going on vacations really, just taking like road trips and, all that kind of stuff. And we were okay with that because we were willing to make that sacrifice to stay home with the kids. But what we didn't realize was how stressful and how financially difficult this was really going to be. And so I'm the type of person who I like to kind of bury my head in the sand and just like, oh, it's totally fine. Like, we're not struggling. No, like, it's all good. And my husband's the numbers guy. And he's the one that's always like, oh my gosh, like, we've got to do something. And so we were gradually just digging ourselves deeper and deeper into debt, deeper. And if you guys can just come back to me now to the time when my daughter was 4 months old and my son was 22 months old. And I'll never forget it. I was in my old house back up in Massachusetts. We're in Florida now. But I was in Massachusetts, and I was like, rocking Kirsten. She's all swaddled up in that cute, soft, fleece, Velcro, swaddle sack thing. And I have Landon's like riding this little train thing around me. I was just doing what I loved. I mean, that's all I wanted to do. And my husband came home from work that day, and he was like Kathy, I looked at all the finances. Like, you're going to have to go back to your teaching job. At this time, he said, we literally have depleted our entire savings account. there is nothing left because we've been living off of one income. We had racked up $35,000 of credit card debt, and we were sinking by $1,000 every single month. And so, like, I'll never forget that day. You know, it literally felt like somebody just reached in and just like grabbed my heart and ripped it out, you know, because when you want to do something so bad and then you hear that it's not going to happen, you're going to have to go back to work. I didn't want to go back to work, right? I didn't want to go back to my teaching career and teach 25 other kids that weren't mine. Like, I just wanted to be at home with my own kids. So we had all that going on. And on top of it all, nobody knew in my family. None of my close friends knew about the situation that we were in. I was like so embarrassed by it. I felt like a total failure. I felt so irresponsible. I felt like, how am I going to seriously bring up these kids? And like, I want to have more kids and I'm in all this debt. Like, what am I doing? And I was even more worried to have to now tell people in my family that, oh, I'm actually not going to stay at home anymore. Now I'm going to go back to work because we can't afford it, because we're just like completely screwed. And we were literally going down the path of bankruptcy. We could not make like mortgage payments. I mean, it was really crazy. And it's funny because, you know, I tell you that backstory because, you know, you might have been following me, you might know my story and see where we are now, but we were in a real serious state of desperation. And I really always truly believe that everything happens for a reason. And I feel like things are brought into your life at just the right time when you need them the most. And you have opportunities knocking at your door all the time. And you just have to be willing to just open the door and take a shot at it. And so it was that weekend, my coach actually told me about coaching. And I had done P90X 10 years ago. It got us into the best shape of our lives. We were in an infomercial for it. I mean, I was a firm believer. I was basically a walking infomercial for Beachbody back then. Didn't even know that the coaching opportunity existed. But I knew I loved the programs, and I knew I was never going to go back to the gym again. So I had that belief in P90X, and I had that belief in the programs because I knew that they worked. And so when my coach told me about coaching, I was like, yes, I want to do this. This is going to be awesome. It's so much fun. I love being a part of teams. I was in track and field, you know, from high school into college. I was always playing basketball and basketball teams. Like, I love being a part of teams. It's going to be awesome. But I had my really super skeptical, thick-headed German husband who has his MBA in entrepreneurship and had run 4 businesses on the side. And he was really skeptical and basically was like, this is going to be the biggest waste of your time. It's a total pyramid scheme. It's a scam. You might as well just go to the casino and gamble your money away because there's no way this is going to work. And so all I knew was I had a choice, and everybody has a choice in their life. Every day you're faced with choices, and you can either choose to go this way or you can either choose to go this other way. And one choice is going to make things better for you and get you closer to where you want to be, and the other is going to bring you further and further away from it, right? And so at that moment, I knew that I had to do something if I wanted to be able to continue staying home with my kids. And in my mind, going back to work, it just was not an option. That was not an option. I was not okay with that. And so, you know, I wanted to prove my husband wrong. And when I got into this, guys, with coaching, all I wanted to do was earn a couple $100s every week. That's all I said. I was tutoring every night of the week, by the way, to earn some extra income. And all I wanted to do was, all right, let me just earn a couple $100s a week so that I can actually stop tutoring and I can earn some additional on top of that, and I can just keep us afloat. I knew we were still going to be screwed financially, but it would just keep us afloat so I could just keep staying home with the kids. And I also was 35 pounds overweight at the time too. And so I knew that, well, if anything, I got nothing to lose. I'll be plugged into this awesome support and accountability group. I'll at least lose the weight. You know, I'll get back to my pre-pregnancy weight, hopefully. And if all else fails, then whatever. But there was really nothing to lose. I had everything to gain, just like you guys. It's like you have nothing to lose and everything to gain with this. And so I got into this, and a lot of people come in and they treat it as a hobby, and that's fine. It's totally in alignment with whatever your goals are. But for me, like, this had to be more than a hobby. I couldn't just test the waters and see, like, let me just see if this is going to work. I had to go all in with this from day one. Like, there was no plan B. This had to work for me. And so I went all in, I committed, and honestly, I became obsessed with this. Like, I really did. I started with the 21-day fix. I started drinking Shakeology. All of a sudden, I started to feel freaking amazing, like so much better about myself. And I was in my support and accountability group, getting motivated every day and getting value added every day there. I was getting my workouts in when my 4-month-old was napping, because she was 4 months old and Landon was 22 months old. I was totally sleep deprived. I was nursing all around the clock, all hours of the night. And I mean, I really did not think I had time for this, but you gotta make the time if you really wanna make this work. So I went into it, and like, I started helping people like right off the bat, get started on their journey. And then slowly this couple $100s that I wanted to earn started to turn into so much more. And I realized, wow, this can actually be way more than a couple $100 every single week. I mean, this can be my full-time career if I want to. I can literally change the course of my entire future if I want to. And so it was, by 7 months in, what I was able to earn with this was matching what I was earning when I left my teacher career. It was about like $70,000 at the time. And then it was just under a year, I was earning 6 figures. And then I was 15 months in, and I was able to get rid of all of that debt. Totally get rid of all of the debt, start building a savings account. And then I just started to slowly check off other things on my goal board that I had. And we talk a lot about goals and having a vision board. You're going to learn a lot about that. And then now it's 3.5 years in, and we were able to sell our house up in Massachusetts and move to our dream home at the beach in Florida about 5 months ago. And it's allowed me to be home with the kids. And it's allowed me to have control over my life. And I'm a massive control freak. So if you're a control freak, this is going to be the thing for you, because whatever you put into this is what you're going to get out of it. So this can be anything that you want it to be, guys. I mean, your goals don't have to be my goals. They don't have to be your coach's goals. The only way that this is going to work for you is if you stay true to yourself and what you want out of life and what your purpose is. So if you're here to just get your shake covered, or to just earn a side income for maybe vacations, or extra income around the house to help with your family, it can be that. Or if you want to come into this and you're like, no, I have huge goals, I have a big vision, I want way more out of life, I want that lifetime of freedom, I want to live that life by design, then you're going to treat this more like a business. Then it can be that. I mean, honestly, it sounds so cheesy, and I used to laugh at this, and I used to think it was like a lie when people said the sky is the limit. I really was like, they're so full of it. That is not true. I really did not. I was like, this is so stupid. That is not true. And then as soon as I got into this, I was like, oh my God, it is legit. It's so awesome. So we're super pumped to have you guys here, and we're here to support you in every way possible. So most importantly, I want you guys to get it in your mind right now, whether you're here for a hobby or a business. Get the wishy-washy thoughts out of your mind, and instead of thinking, I really hope this works out, or I'm going to try my best, like, no, that is not going to cut it, guys. Like, if you're wishy-washy like that, then you've kind of already given yourself excuses and reasons of why this isn't going to work for you. You got to be like, this will work for me. I am going to make this work. This is going to happen. So that is the vision, and the way that you have to be thinking with this is that I will make this work. I will get my business up and running off the ground. This isn't a sales job. Like, yes, you are selling products. You're selling programs to people. They're buying from you. But if you treat it like a sales job, like, I know I was really worried that this was going to be like that. And I mean, I don't have any ounce of sales job in me. I taught first grade. And it's funny because I do have people who come to me who were like sales reps, like pharmaceutical sales reps. And they're like, oh my God, I want to be awesome at this because I'm a pharmaceutical sales rep. And I'm like, no, like, that's actually not good. And actually, those people don't last long at all, because they're not about the people. They're more about the numbers, and they're all about the sale, exactly what it stands for. And with this, like I said, you are selling programs and products, but you have to be really invested in the other person. Like, you have to be willing to go the distance and build a real relationship with people. Yes, they're going to end up purchasing something from you, but you're not like going knocking on down on people's doors being like, hey, do you want to buy this whatever? You know, like you're getting to know people for who they are as a person, finding out what their struggles are, what their goals are, really just being a friend with them. So you have to be about the people. You have to be a people person, and be really invested in them for this to work. So that's what I mean by that when I say this isn't a sales job. All right, so now you're a brand new coach and your head is spinning, right? It's going crazy because there's all this information coming in. You're being added to all these different groups. You're getting emails up the wazoo. And, you know, if you're like me at the beginning when I first started, I was like, whoa, what the hell am I supposed to do first? I don't even know if I'm smart enough to figure this out. This is crazy. What does all this stuff mean? I'm going to lay it down for you guys, the very first steps so that you have success right out of the gate. Number one, if you are one of my personally sponsored coaches, you have been getting emails from me that will walk you through exactly what needs to be done bit by bit, on an every other day method. So that way it's all laid out, you don't lose anything, and you can kind of take it step by step that way. So you can follow that. If not, and you're not my personally sponsored coach, you still should have received an email from your upline coach. In there, it'll tell you exactly what to do. And in that email, there's going to be an example of a post that you should make where you are now telling people on Facebook and Instagram or whatever you use for social media that you are now a Beachbody coach. So I attach my template of what I did when I first became a coach, what my post was, and you can use it as a template and just tweak it and make it your own and plug in your own stuff, or you can just completely create your own from scratch. It's totally fine. And if you want to send it over to me first so that I can look it over, just kind of give you some constructive feedback, you're going to want to post that post on Facebook. But here's the thing. You're going to want to really think carefully about when you make this post. So you're going to want to think about like your audience. Who are your people? Like, so for example, for me, when I'm making my post, my market, my people, they're all moms. So I don't want to make a post at like, 11 o'clock in the afternoon because the moms are probably out working. And I also don't want to make a post at like 11 o'clock at night because let's just face it, most moms go to bed at like 9:30, 10. So the best times for me to make my post are like right in the morning, first thing before people go to work, like my important ones like that. Or at night, specifically, I found like anytime between 8:30 and 9:15 are really good times for me to make those posts. So you want to look at where you are and your people that you're talking to and make sure that you put that post up then. The timing of your post is everything. So now you're going to make that post. That's going to be the very first thing that you're going to do. And now from that moment on, this is it. People are watching your every move, guys. Like, they're going to read that post and they're going to see that, like, yeah, I got started on this new journey, because you're an entrepreneur now, guys. That might be a hard pill to swallow. I had a hard time wrapping my brain around that because we're so used to the employee mentality of going into work with somebody else telling us exactly what to do. And with this, there's no one checking in on you. Like, there's no one like, hey, did you do this? Oh, like, hey, did you do that? Oh, hey, did you do this? It's all on you. Like, we'll tell you exactly what you need to do, but then you need to be able to be self-disciplined enough to actually do that every day. And so thinking like an entrepreneur is something that you need to get used to and start training your brain to do like from day one. So you're going to make this post on social media now. And you're going to let people know that you've got started on this new journey. You're a health and fitness coach. You're really excited, and you're going to talk a little bit about you. Again, you can read my template to get the gist of it. And then people are going to be watching your every move. They're going to read it, and most people are going to be like, yeah, okay, let's see how long this lasts for this girl, right? There's no way she's going to really stick with this. Like, I literally had people say, like, if you went back on my wall and you actually read my post, you should see some of the comments that people made. It's really funny. Like, oh yeah, how long is this gonna last, Kathy? I give it 1 week. Oh, like, is this another one of those pyramid schemes? Oh, what are you gonna sell me now? Like, literally comments like that from my family, right? So you develop a thick skin. Who cares, right? You're doing this for you and no one else. And I tend to be a massive people pleaser, and that doesn't get you anywhere in life if you're a people pleaser. Like, you never end up getting to where you want to be or doing what you want to do because you're worried all the time about what every other Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to say or think about you, right? And so you're your own boss here. You are an entrepreneur. So you're going to make that post with confidence and get excited for the future that lies ahead of you, just like I did. And you're going to put your blinders on to all that other crap. And so you're going to pay attention now to the people who like or comment on your post. And what I highly recommend that you do at the bottom of that first post that you make is that you actually put out an invite now for people to join you in our support and accountability group. And I can give you samples of what to say, but just something simple like, I'm super pumped that I'm going to be starting on this new support and accountability group with all these other supportive girls. My goal is to lose like 15 pounds over the next 21 days. It's going to be awesome. And I'm really looking for other people who want to do this with me. If you are interested in hearing more about this or reserving a spot in our group, just comment below or send me a message and I can give you more information about it. Just kind of put it out there to get the feelers out there, because you have this big warm market of people now who you've never talked to about any of this stuff. So you probably pick up a few people that way. And then what you'll do is anybody who likes your post, you're going to want to write down all their names and just send them a quick little message like, hey, Sally, thanks so much for loving on my post. That meant so much to me. I'm really, really excited about this. I can't wait. Hope that you'll support my journey. Something simple like that. And then you can say, were you looking to do this with me? Or were you just being supportive? You just ask them, like, straight up. And most people, guys, are going to say, yeah, like, tell me more about it. What exactly are you doing? So that is a good way for you to get a couple friends, a couple people on board with you right out of the get-go. After that, they're going to be watching you. And they're going to be, even if you don't get a lot of likes or anything like that on your posts, you have so many eyes on you guys. It's crazy. All right. So you're going to do that. That's step one. And then your success really in this business is going to boil down to a couple of different things. The next thing that I need you guys to do, it's super important, is to be proof the product works. And so what that means is, that does not mean that you're at your goal. Like I said, when I first started, I was 35 pounds overweight. I didn't look like a health and fitness coach at all. It just means that you have chosen a program that you're going to be all in with. Like, I'm talking all in, not just like Monday through Friday and on the weekends I'm going to blow it. Like, really 150% in, because you need to establish that belief with the programs, and you also need to be doing them and drinking your shake every day. And I know it sounds so basic, like drink your shake, but I can't tell you how many times people, they don't drink their shake, like they can't find a time to schedule it in. So look at your calendar, look at your days, and figure out, when are you going to drink your shake? For me, I wanted to use mine as a meal replacement shake, and my mornings are mass chaos. So I use mine as breakfast every day because it's super fast. I can just blend it up really quickly. I can take it with me on the go, and it fills me up and it carries me through until lunchtime. So that's what works for me. Other people, they get mad cravings at nighttime. So they sometimes save it for dinner, or they use it as like a snack at night so that they're not munching on all this other stuff through their house. So just figure out when you're going to drink it, and then drink it. And then make sure that you're pressing play every day. You're checking into your challenge group every day that you're a part of, participating in it, sharing something that you're doing, liking other people's posts, commenting, showing support in the post, doing your job as a coach that way, especially if you have somebody that you've signed up in the group, like you really want to, spend a lot of time loving on them. And then making sure that you are definitely committed to this program, because we're going to teach you how to share your journey on social media. And we're going to teach you how to do that. And so by being involved 150% in on this program, whatever program it is, it's going to be really easy for you to pick up followers, because it's going to be consistency of you sharing something every single day that's going to inspire other people to want to make a change. And that's really how you create a following. Okay, so that's step 2, making sure that you have your program. You can comment below. There's a little chat box, guys. I don't know if you guys see it. comment below with what program you're going to start with. And if you're not sure, like just talk to your coach, tell your coach what your goals are, and then they can help you pick a good program for you to start with. The next thing that I wanted to talk about, this is going to be your very first goal as a coach this month. So everyone who signed up this month, you have actually two goals, your two goals for this month that we want all new coaches to hit. It's signs that you're actually starting to move the needle forward and build your business. And the first one, sorry, I had a tickle in my throat. The first one is becoming what's called an Emerald coach. And so this is the very first rank in Beachbody. There's all different kinds of ranks in Beachbodies. It'll be like Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, and then it goes 1-star Diamond all the way up to 15-star Diamond. That's the highest that you can go. Your very first goal is to become an Emerald coach. And all that means, it's super simple, guys. All that means is that you've signed up 2 people in the system as coaches. And now this doesn't mean that they have to be business building coaches like you. I personally sign up almost everybody in the system as a coach, because if you sign up as a coach, you never need to build a business. You don't need to sell anything or ever promote anything. But going forward, if you love Shakeology, it gets it to them 25% off. And anything else that they order, it gets them 25% off. So as a coach, the following month when their shake ships out, with tax and shipping, it comes to like $120. But if you're in as a customer, it's like just under $150. So being in the system as a coach is still $30 cheaper, even though you have that small $15, $16 monthly fee. Does that make sense? It brings the Shakeology down to $97, and then you have your monthly coach fee of $16, and then when you add it all together with tax and shipping, it's $120. So I always tell people that, because I want to save people money anyways. So when people are like, yeah, I'm all in, like I want to sign up, I always say to them, hey, listen, I can either put you in the system as a coach or a customer. As a coach, you don't ever need to sell anything. You don't need to do what I do at all ever, but it'll get it to you 25% off next month, making your shake only $120. Versus if you go in as a customer, it's full price for everything, and your shake will be just under $150. What would you prefer that I do? So I just ask them, I give them the choice. And most people want to go in as a coach to save money. So they're saving money. I'm also doing it in hopes that they want to become an active coach down the road, because I am convinced that if you give this everything you got and you commit to this 30 days, drinking your shake, getting results in the support and accountability groups, you're going to love it that much, and you're going to start seeing awesome results. Guys, people are going to come up to you and be like, oh my God, you look awesome. What are you doing? I need to do that. And they're going to want to sign up. And instead of having that person, refer them to me or to you, they can just sign them up themselves. And that's when I'll say to them, hey, listen, you know what? Why don't you become an active coach and join the team? Like, you're doing awesome. And people are already asking you what you're doing. So I do that for that reason, in hopes that they want to become an active coach. And I also do it too because it helps you move up in rank in the business. So it'll help you grow to Emerald and Ruby and Diamond. Signing people up as customers doesn't advance your rank at all. So just give them a choice and let them know. Does anybody have any questions on those 2 things, like coach, customer, difference between that? No? Okay, cool. So now you've hit your first goal. You've become an Emerald coach, right? You've signed up your 2 people. You've earned $100 commission now if you've signed them up with the All Access Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack, which, by the way, guys, this is the last month it's going to be on sale for $160. As of January 1st, it's going to go up and over $200 again, which was full price when it first was launched. So this is a really good time now when you're talking to people to let them know that this is it. Like, you want to make a change. Come January 1st, you're going to want to make a change. Everybody does. You might as well get in now and save yourself some serious money instead of having to pay the full price January 1st, which still, $200 is still a really great price. It's still a steal. But like I said, if you can save yourself the $50 now, Why wait, right? So you'll become an Emerald coach. You'll earn $100 for a commission. You'll get your 2 people now. You can put them in your challenge group with us, right? That's your first goal. The second goal now is to hit what's called Success Club. So Success Club is the foundation for building your business. Without Success Club, you're not building a business. And so corporate put together the statistics of what all the most successful coaches in the network were doing. Coaches who were building an income and building a growing team and building a business. And the one common theme that they found that every one of those coaches did was that month after month after month after month, they hit what's called Success Club. So it's going to be different for you based on what your goals are. But this is what I tell my coaches. If you're here for a hobby, then you're going to want to make signing up 3 people every month your goal. That's what a hobby coach should do. That will make you hit Success Club 5 is what it's called. Okay. Basically, you get 2 points every time that somebody signs up with a challenge pack, which is probably what you guys bought, the Shakeology with the all access. You get 2 points. So if you sign up 3 people, you've got 6 points now, really. But they call it Success Club 5. And you'll see my leaderboards in the team page. They'll be like the 3 Lives Club or the 5 Lives Club. So if you're here for a hobby, like, you love your job, you want to be doing it forever, you're totally happy. That is some people. This is going to be more, you want this to be more of a part-time thing, side income kind of gig. You can write down, like, on your notebook, I will help 3 people get started on their health and fitness journey by the end of December. I will hit Success Club 5, right? Write it down so that you see it, so that you're saying it to yourself every day. If you're here for a business and you really want more than that, then you're going to want to focus on helping 5 people get started on their health and fitness journey every month. And that will give you what's called Success Club 10, okay? This is for the business building coaches. And you want to do that. You want to make this is non-negotiable. Like, this is a non-negotiable goal. It's seriously not hard to do this, guys, to sign up 3 to 5 people a month. It's really not. And we're going to teach you exactly the things that you need to do every day. And if you're just doing those things every day, it's really it just happens. And it's nothing to stress about, okay? So decide for yourself. Don't do what you think your coach would want you to do or what another coach on the team is doing or whatever. Like, really think about, like, your life and where you are and what you want to achieve. Where do you want to be by the end of this month? Like, why are you here? And then decide, all right, is this more of a hobby right now or more of a legit business? Because however you treat this business is how it's going to reward you. So if you treat it like a hobby, it'll reward you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it'll reward you like a business, okay? So now we can say that you've hit Success Club. And it's super awesome because if you hit Success Club your very first month, you also earn a free exclusive call with the CEO of the company, Carl Deichler. So now that's awesome because now he gets to know all the names of all these new coaches who are coming on, actually taking action to build their business. All right, so you've hit Success Club by the end of this month. It's no big deal. You're going to sign up 3 people, 5 people if you're here for a business. Just shoot for 3 and then, go for more if you can. And you're going to want to do that. You don't want to miss a month, guys, especially your first 3 months, because you want to earn Success Starters is what it's called. And if you hit Success Club your very first 3 months as a brand new coach, your first 3 full months as a coach, you earn a free ticket to the Beachbody Coach Summit, which is going to be, I think they just changed the date. I think it might be the end of June or maybe it's in July, but it's in Indianapolis this year. And guys, this is where most people have their aha moment. Like this, I am convinced that if everybody just started out going to Summit, you would never even consider quitting. It's the biggest, hyped up, most pumped up, most awesome event of the year that Beachbody hosts. Like 25 to 30,000 coaches come together. You get to do live workouts with the trainers. You get to meet them. You get to go to parties with them. You get to take pictures with them. You get to meet the team in person, which is really cool. I always host like a really cool like party for the whole entire team. We get together, we do like drinks and dinner, and it's all on me, and it's just my way of giving back to you guys, getting everybody together. So we do that. There's top of the line trainings that you go through so that you can build, come back after Summit and be on fire and really take this thing to the next level. They bring in like incredible inspirational and motivational speakers. We just had Brendan Burchard there this past year. The year before that, we had Chalene Johnson. I mean, you leave this thing on fire, and every single person who attends it, their business blows up like 3 to 5 times after that. Like it's the statistic. It really does. So you get a free ticket, and the ticket, guys, is usually like $250. So you get that for free, and everybody just goes and like everybody just shares hotel rooms because you're never even in it anyways. And so you get to hang out with all the girls, and you're on the go anyways all day long. So you're splitting a hotel room with people, and then it's just your airfare. But the ticket is free, and it's a business investment. It's all a write-off, guys. It's tax deductible. So don't forget that. So that's why you want to hit Success Club, not only this month, but especially your first 3 months as a coach. So you can get that free ticket. Does anybody have any questions about that? Success Club? Okay. Just write it down. It's going to be non-negotiable. I remember when I first became a coach, I wrote it down in my notebook. Like, I will hit Success Club 10 this month. It is non-negotiable, because something about when you sit down to do your work every night, when you read your goals, then it conditions and trains your brain to put your body into the right action so that you actually achieve those goals, versus if you just kind of have it all floating around up here in your mind, it doesn't work. It's kind of almost like you're navigating through this thickly settled forest and you don't really know how to get out. All right, so that was Success Club. The last thing that I want to talk about is your success in this business. That's all great that you have those 2 goals, but it's going to boil down to consistency over time. You really being consistent every single day with the actions that are going to, is it required to hit Success Club 5 or 10 to get the free ticket? Yes, it is. Oh, either or, Success Club 5 or 10, doesn't matter. Yep. So yeah, so no big deal. If you hit Success Club 5, guys, like your first 3 months, you still get the free ticket. So yeah, it's awesome. Like, it's seriously so cool. Like, you guys have to get there. Mark it on your calendar. So your success is going to boil down to just you doing these small little daily action steps every day to move your business forward. It's not going to be any big, huge, massive action step or any kind of miraculous thing that you need to do. It really isn't. It's all about the slight edge of you just doing a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit the next day, right? Day after day after day after day. And you don't even notice these changes are happening. It's kind of like, think about if you ever committed to your own health and fitness journey. You wake up, right? Maybe you do your workout. You're eating healthy. You haven't lost any weight the first day. You can't see any changes. But then a week goes by and you're like, oh my gosh, I lost a pound or 2. I've lost some inches. And then 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month goes by and you're like, whoa, look at the difference. Like, and you can see the pictures and it's like, I am blown away. If you can get results with your health and fitness, you can build a business, because it's the exact thing, guys. It happens over time. It happens very slowly over time. So being consistent is key. And the most important thing that you can do as a new coach to ensure that you're hitting Success Club, because you're probably like, okay, this is all great. So my first 2 goals are to become an Emerald coach and to hit Success Club. Well, how am I supposed to freaking do that? You do that by 2 ways. You do that by, number 1, sharing on social media every single day. And some things that you can share on social media are, you want to do a mix, because you don't want to be like a Beachbody billboard either, right? You don't want to be like, oh my God, all she talks about is Beachbody. This is so annoying. You want to have a good mix of, if people look at your wall, can they tell that you're a mom? Can they tell that you have kids? Can they tell that you work? Can they tell that you have animals? Can they tell that you like to run? Can they tell that you like to go skiing? Can they tell that, you want them to get to know you as a whole person. So sharing a mix of things that are going on in your daily life. Like if you went for a hike with the kids, take a picture of it and post it up there.
I'm sorry, I have a question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
If I'm sorry to like just cut you off like that.
No, that's really good. I want you to do that.
So let's say, for example, you're the type of person that, like, for the past couple of months, you haven't been that active on your social media pages, and you want to start doing this. Like, I feel like this is my opportunity to do this and help others.
Yeah.
So what would you do? Like, just like post every day your exercises and motivate others and what you drink and how do you feel?
Yep. So that's exactly it. So we recommend, and I know people get super busy, so it's okay if you can't do it all. But we recommend that you're posting like, 2 to 3 times a day, preferably 3 if you can. And when I say 3 posts, the reason why is because you want to have a mix of things. So here's 3 different examples of 3 different kinds of posts that you can make every day. The first post that you can do is super easy because you're going to all be committed to your health and fitness journey anyways. So what you would do is you could take a picture of your food. You could take, put it in the light, make sure it's bright. You want to make sure you stay away from like dark rooms and things like my background right here is not good for pictures. Take a nice picture in the bright lights of your food, and you can share that on Facebook and say, like, I'm so excited. You want to talk about like, I was really nervous to get started on this health and fitness journey because I thought I was going to be eating all this food that was just going to be really boring and bland and like egg whites and spinach. And it totally doesn't need to be like that. You can eat such awesome food and get really great results. Like, for example, this dinner that I just made tonight. And you can say like something like, if I get 10 likes, I'll share the recipe with you in the comments. Or you can just say what it is and say the recipe is in the comments. Like, that's an adding value post. Like, people can go to you and say like, oh my God, this is awesome. This chick's awesome. She's sharing her food with me and giving me the recipes for free. So you can share a picture of your food. You can share a picture of your shake. Here's a really good tip about the shake. I'm going to teach you from the mistakes that I made when I first became a coach. You get the Shakeology tumbler cup, right? When you order your stuff, it says like Shakeology on the side. If you want to share that you're drinking your shake, don't ever say the word Shakeology when you're talking about it. Refer to it as your superfood shake, or make up something creative about it, like your mommy go-go shake or my whatever, like anything that you can think of to pique curiosity. So don't like pour it into another glass is a really another good example. Like, like this is Energized. I wouldn't have like the container up and show that it was Energized, I would pour it into another glass. So you can do that with your shake. If you're going to use the Shakeology tumbler cup that you get in your kit, you can use it, but turn it around so people can't see the word Shakeology written on it. That way, when you're talking about your superfood shake, and you want to give information to people about how you used to feel and how it's making you feel now, like the difference, so people can connect with that. So saying something like, before I started drinking the superfood shake, I used to munch all night long. It was ridiculous. I would basically eat my kitchen. I could not stop eating. And now that I've been drinking the superfood shake, I have no more cravings anymore. I feel so much better about myself. I've been able to reduce the amount of coffee that I'm drinking because I have an even keel of energy every single day. And it's amazing. Like, saying a little bit about what it's done for you. So you want to stay away from saying like, really loving my superfood shake, or, because people are like, why do you love your superfood shake? Like, you want to be telling people like, why do you like this superfood shake so much? Like, why should they buy it? Why should they want to reach out to you and say, hey, like, you're always looking so happy and like awesome in these photos. What is that shake that you're drinking, right? So you want to pique curiosity that way. Versus if you tell people exactly what you're doing, like, oh, this is the 21-day fix, or this is the PIO program, then you're telling people exactly what it is. They can just go on Google and they can find it out. Same thing if you say, oh, like, I love Shakeology, it's so awesome, like something like that. They're thinking, well, okay, now you just told me exactly what it is, and it just looks salesy when you do that, and you're also not really sharing with them like why you love it. So you can share your food, you can share your shake. You can share a workout picture. Like you can talk about, you can even make a workout video if you're comfortable doing that. And again, don't ever say specifically the program that you're doing. You can say something like, I'm so excited because this new 30-day workout program that I got into allows me to press play from home every single day. And this was so key to me because I'm a brand new mom and I don't have the time to go to the gym. And so I am so excited to see these results, right? That's going to speak to the person who also doesn't have time to go to the gym and get out the door, or who is nervous to go to the gym. That was something, I was always nervous to go to the gym. I was nervous about doing the machines in front of people. So you can even say stuff like that, you know, like, oh man, I love being able to do these workouts at home because now I can just work out in my sports bra. It doesn't matter about my muffin top hanging out, and I don't have to worry about anybody looking at me and making fun of me for, you know, or she's not doing that machine right, or waiting. I don't have to worry about the drive to the gym, and then working out, socializing with people, and then the drive back. 30 minutes and I'm done. And look at these results. This is why you want to get those awesome results, so that you can say, look it, I got these results not by going to the gym and stepping on an elliptical for an hour and a half every single day, but by pressing play for 20 to 30 minutes, 6 days a week from my own home. Better results than what I got when I used to be a runner. Better results than what I got when I used to train for the Boston Marathon, right? So sharing those things, like always connect it back to you, because at the end of the day, guys, people aren't buying Shakeology. They're not buying the 21-day fix or Beachbody on demand. They're buying you. So you always have to share about like where your kind of struggles were and what you're trying to overcome and how it's helping you. Because people are going to see you making these posts and they're going to be drawn to you and be like, oh, like I want a piece of that. Like whatever she's got, I want a piece of that. Like I want to be there. I want to get those results. I want that kind of freedom, whatever it is. So you can share in terms of health and fitness, those kinds of things. So that's an easy post to make because you're going to be doing that every day anyways. The next kind of easy post that you can make is you should all be doing personal development. And we'll talk about in this training, either you should be reading The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, or you should, I'll just type this in the thing too. Let me just do this. So the Compound Effect by Darren Hardy is one, or you can choose to read The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. It doesn't matter, they're both the same thing. The Slight Edge is a little bit more in depth, so it depends what you want to start with. And we recommend that you just read it for like 15 minutes a day, or if you have Audible, you can download Audible onto your phone. That's what I do. You can listen while you're driving, while you're doing the laundry, instead of, you know what I mean? So you can get it in that way. And what I used to always do at the beginning was something that kind of clicked for me. I'd pay attention for something that was like really like, wow, that's awesome. Something that would add value to others' lives. And I would share that on social media and say, hey, I was just doing my personal development. I'm reading this awesome book called The Slight Edge, and I learned something new today. I thought it was really, and I would share that piece, and I'd put a picture with it. You know, you want to try to personalize everything as much as possible, but that's adding value. You want to ask yourself every day, every post you make, is this going to help someone? Is this going to motivate someone? Is this going to add value to someone? Or am I just going to be another annoying Beachbody coach that people thumb right through and scroll through, right? This is why you got to be you and just let yourself be you behind all of your posts that you make, and personalize everything as much as possible. So that's a second post that you can make. The third, another kind of post that you can make is you can do motivational quotes. I used to do this every day. I'd go to Pinterest in the morning. I'd find a quote that really spoke to me, and I was like, depending on how I was feeling. And what I would do is I would you want to take a picture of like yourself or you and your baby, or in a well-lit room, mind you. So if you get over by a window and you put your camera up, like so the window's shining through this part, the sun shines through, it's really nice and bright. You want eye-catching images when people are scrolling, something that's going to get them to stop. You can do that, or just get outside. Run outside real quick to take the picture and then come back in, right? It could be doing that and then putting the motivational quote with it and writing a little bit about it, you know, how it relates to you. A couple sentences. It doesn't need to be anything crazy long, right? So motivational quotes are really good. People love motivational quotes. They love that. Another awesome thing to do, Another kind of post that you can make is sharing like your life, what's going on. People love to hear about your struggles, okay? Because the first thing that people think when they hear that you're a coach is that, oh, little Miss Perfect over here is never gonna have another chocolate martini again, and her life is just all together. And you never wanna pretend like you have your shit together, because that is so not relatable. So if your kid is having a massive meltdown, like, and it's been a hard day, share that. Like, your struggle, your mess is your message. It really is. Like, sharing those little bits of that, people, you will get the most traction and the most engagement on posts like that. Because like I said, moms, if you're a mom, can relate to that. And it's all about being relatable, right? And being real. So those are some samples of some good mixes. And yes, you want to post every single day. I know people get busy, super busy. So if you can get one post up a day, then that's good. One really good adding value post up, then that's awesome. I would start there. Did that answer your question? Did that help you out in terms of like posting for you? Did that help you out?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my God, were you listening to my crazy background all the time? I forgot to hit mute again.
Oh no, I hit mute anyways.
Okay. I have a crying, hungry newborn, so.
Oh my gosh, oh congratulations. Who's your coach?
Roxanne Wilkinson.
Oh, I love her. She's awesome. You're in good hands with her.
Yeah, she's helping me out a lot. Thank you.
She's amazing. Well, congratulations on your new little one.
Thank you.
So I hope, whoops, I just unmuted you and muted you. So I hope that helped in terms of the posting. And so posting is one of the ways that you're going to be able to get people signed up. It's that, plus also, you can't just post and be like, all right, I posted, people are gonna come flocking to me. You have to do that every day, but then you also have to get behind the scenes and send private messages to people on Facebook or on Instagram, whatever you're using. And so like a sample message that I usually say, like when I first started, I had just shy of 300 friends, and they all knew me because I either taught with them or I ran track with them. They knew who I was. So they were like my warm market. These are the people that you know. They're not strangers. I would just send them a really quick message, connect with them on some kind of personal level and be like, you know, hey, Suzanne, like, how are things going? Like, I can't believe you live in England now. That's so cool. You know, how long have you been living there for? That's so awesome. Like, I'd love to come visit, like, blah, blah, blah. Little personal connection. And then I would say something like, hey, listen, you know, I was just sitting down and I was just thinking about you because we have this awesome support and accountability group that's going to be kicking off in a couple of weeks. And it's going to be so much fun. And our goal is to lose 5 to 15 pounds during it. And it's just going to be amazing. We're going to give prizes. We're going to keep everybody on track. And I'm personally looking to lose 15 pounds myself. And I'm looking for 5 other people who want to do this with me. Would you be interested in hearing more about it? Actually getting behind the scenes and sending those messages. And I know it sounds scary because I was in the same boat, right? But the only way that you're going to gain more confidence with this and build a business is if you do it. So the more you do it, the more confidence you get, the more confident you become. And then once you start signing up that first person, then you're like, yes, I can do this, my first person. And then that's where you start to get the momentum going. So it's those key pieces, like committing to your workout program, being all in, being engaged in that challenge group, right? Being on these calls, like taking Coach Basics, like you guys are here right now, make sure you stick it out till the very end, where you print out the certificate and you take a picture of yourself and you put it in the group, because it's easy to do these things. It's easy to check into this group, but it's just as easy not to do it. So you got to kind of give yourself, you know, get real with yourself and be like, okay, how bad do I really want this? Do I want to build a business or not? Because like I said at the beginning, however you treat this is how it will reward you. Treat it like a hobby, it'll reward you like a hobby. Treat it like a business and it will reward you like a business. So my call to action for you guys tonight is to number one, get that post, that coming out of the closet Beachbody post ready. Draft that thing up if you haven't already so that you can make that post by tomorrow. And then I want you to tonight or tomorrow, because it's getting kind of late depending on where you are, I want you to message 3 to 5 people, and I want you to invite them to our next support and accountability group. I have an ongoing one, so you don't have to say a specific date. Or if you want to start one on your own, then you can look at the calendar and you can think of a start date, but you don't have to do that. You can just add your people to mine or to your upline coaches group, whatever they have running on. So that is my call to action. Does anybody have any questions about any of that stuff that I went over? No? Okay, and we're going to be touching on a lot more stuff, and you're going to have a ton of questions. It's okay. Post your questions. This would be so helpful. Post your questions either in Team Forever Strong and tag me in them, or post your question in Coach Basics and tag me in it, because whatever question you have, there's so many other people that are going to have the same exact question, and that way I can answer it there and I can help everybody else too at the same time while helping you. So we'll do that. And then I like to always end with a quote. Motivation. This is by Jim Rohn. I love Jim Rohn. He's so awesome. He is so motivational. He's so incredible. Motivation is what gets you started, right? Think about that. Think about how motivated you all are right now as brand new coaches. Like, yes, this is awesome. It's going to be it. It's going to be the change that I've been looking for. It's going to be totally awesome. So motivation is what gets you started, but habit is what keeps you going. So it's making these little daily actions a habit, making posting on social media a habit, making getting up and doing your shake and pressing play and following your nutrition plan, no matter what, a habit. Making checking into this group every day, a habit. All these things you have to create a new habit for. So make those things a habit, guys, and you will literally be blown away. This can be anything that you want it to be. And I'm super pumped to have you guys here. And I'm here to help you guys in any way possible. So don't ever hesitate to reach out to your upline coach. Post in the Team Forever Strong page, guys. We have so many incredible leaders and coaches in that group that they're here to help you from different kinds of walks of life. And you can do this too. And I want you to get that in your mind right now, because I don't know how much research you guys are doing, or how much YouTubing you're doing. If you were like me and you might be watching other top coaches, get it in your mind. They are no different than you. I am no different than you. I am no better than you. Things are not easier for me than they are for you. I didn't get lucky. Things didn't happen overnight. I just chose, and those people just chose to show up every day and to have that no quit attitude. And you can do the exact same thing starting right now. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks so much for being here, and I will see you next week. Good luck drafting that up. Let me know if you need any help, and have an awesome night. Bye, guys.